Welcome to ATM 101 Weather and Climate of Alaska, Unit 4, Weather Data, Maps, and Satellites. I'm Jeannie, and I'm observing from the downtown Fairbanks Observation Station. This data was collected from January 25th through the 29th at approximately 9 p.m., and we'll be comparing it to the National Weather Service's data taken at the Fairbanks International Airport. As you can see, my data was very similar to that of the National Weather Service. However, mine trends slightly higher. I take that to mean that the area down by the river in downtown Fairbanks is normally warmer than that of the International Airport. On Monday, I saw a current temperature of 9.8 degrees with clear skies, no precipitation, calm winds, a maximum temperature of 22 degrees, and a minimum of 5.3. This started our week off rather cool. My high for that day was considerably higher than that of the National Weather Service. That 22 degrees was easily 10 degrees higher than their approximately 12 degrees that they have listed here. On Tuesday, the current temperature was 21.7 degrees. There were cloudy skies that I identified as cirrostratus, no precipitation, calm winds, a maximum temperature of 22.3 degrees, a minimum temperature of 5.4 degrees, and it was considerably warmer in the evening than it had been previously. As you can see, my Tuesday readings more closely match that of the National Weather Service. On Wednesday, the current temperature was 24 degrees, there were clear skies and no precipitation, the winds were calm, and the maximum temperature was 34.7 degrees. The minimum temperature was 9.8 degrees, and this was easily the warmest day of the week. My high temperature was considerably higher than that of the National Weather Service, however, my current and my lows were very similar. On Thursday, the current temperature was 13.8 degrees. There were clear skies, no precipitation, and calm winds. The maximum temperature was 21.2 degrees. The minimum was 12.5. There was a slight dip in temperature, and the difference between our high and our low was much smaller. The National Weather Service agreed with me, as my readings are very similar to theirs that day. On Friday, the current temperature was 25.1 degrees. There were cloudy skies that I identified as nimbostratus. There was no precipitation, and it was calm. The maximum temperature was 26.6 degrees. The minimum was 9.8. It continued to be warmer in the evening than it was that morning. My recorded lows were significantly lower than that of the National Weather Service. However, our highs and my current were very similar. As indicated by this graph, my daily pressure readings did follow the same trend as that of the National Weather Service. On Monday, I recorded 982.1 millibars, compared to the National Weather Service's 985. Tuesday, I saw a slight increase, up to 985.4. The National Weather Service, however, saw an increase to 975 approximately. On Wednesday, I saw 971.9 millibars. They saw a decrease as well, not quite as drastic, to 975. On Thursday, I increased slightly to 975. The National Weather Service also increased, but not quite as drastically, 976 or 7 approximately. Friday, I saw an extreme increase to 999 millibars. The National Weather Service agrees with me, and as you can see, that trend continued through the weekend. Fairbanks is located in interior Alaska, approximately right here. There were 3 low-pressure fronts that day. Here, to the south of the Panhandle, here where the Aleutians meet the mainland, and here, closer to Siberia. Although nearby areas did get snow that day, it does not appear that we did. We were just outside of the anticipated snowfall. On Tuesday, we continued to have 3 individual low-pressure fronts, one here to the south of its previous location, then here to the northwest of its previous location, and here also to the northwest of its previous location. All three were still too far south to affect us here in Interior. On Wednesday, our three low pressure fronts moved further away from Fairbanks. The Siberian pressure front moved south and easterly. Our Aleutian Islands moved south and slightly easterly, and our Panhandle moved significantly south from that of Tuesday. On Thursday, we saw four low-pressure fronts. The Siberian one moved back to the west. The Aleutian Island one skipped up north slightly and to the west slightly. The Panhandle one moved further north and slightly west. And then we have a Canadian one far off to the east. On Friday, we saw several low pressure areas. This may be an indication of the high pressure that we saw going into the weekend, since Fairbanks is located here between two different low pressure points. On Saturday, June 30th, at approximately 1 p.m., the National Weather Service saw cloud cover over interior Alaska. I did not do any observations on Saturday. However, I did see clear skies for the entire Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. each night. So I cannot guarantee that this is indicative of what my readings said. National Weather Service's infrared satellite indicated here that the interior had clouds that were both low and warm. Although I did not do any observations on Saturday, I did see some cloud cover throughout the week, and what was there was low-lying clouds. Although I did not record any precipitation during my observations, I did see indications of precipitation on Saturday in the forms of snow on my car and porch steps. As indicated by the National Weather Service water vapor map, that would be us right here. Weather for the week that I did my observations is actually warmer than the average for Fairbanks normally. I expected to see somewhere between 0 and 20 below, and I saw nothing lower than 5 or 4 degrees above 0. Thank you for joining me for ATM 101 Weather and Climate of Alaska, Unit 4. I'm Jeannie, and I'll see you next time.